Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Nature Boy, back here with another video for you guys. Today we're going to be doing a live reaction to One Piece chapter 1060. But before we get into the chapter, let me just update you guys real quick on my situation. So, as you can see, I'm not at home right now. I'm in a truck. I got a new job, truck driving, and I'm going to be basically out all week doing this. So because of this, I have been a little bit inconsistent as of right now, and that Shanks Part 2 video will come out, but it won't come out as soon as possible. The good news about this is that it looks like I will most likely be able to bring my laptop with me on my next trip and start editing there. So once I get back home, grab my laptop, from there on, the consistency will be right back. But for now, just bear with me for a bit, because right now I don't have my laptop, so I won't be editing. I've been out for the past, what has it been, like 5-6 days or so, right? Pretty much like 6 days I've been on the road, haven't been home. So we get home in about 2 days, I'll get my laptop, finish that Shanks video for you guys. It'll be out, and from there it'll be smooth sailing. So right now I'm with my my truck trainer. Since I'm new at the job, he's training me pretty much. And the first day we're just shooting the shit like you always do with anybody. And we found out real quick that we had one thing in common, and I think you guys can guess what it is. He loves One Piece literally just as much, if not even more, than I do. And all we've been doing since day one is driving across the US talking about One Piece. And he's already read the spoilers, because he reads the spoilers, and he read the chapter, because this chapter came out surprisingly really early. It came out like 4 or 5 hours ago. I told him I wanted to hold off on it, just finished driving, and now I'm gonna react to the chapter. So let's get into it. All right. And the only thing I know so far is I asked him how good was this chapter, and he said in his opinion it's better than the last one with Bull Hancock, Blackbeard, and all of that. And he said this is definitely a chapter that I'm gonna want to react to. So let's get into it. All right. And the chapter is called Luffy's Dream, right? Chapter 1060, Luffy's Dream. That's a sick color page. We got Luffy, Zoro, we got the whole crew basically. Okay, here we go. No way in hell. This is a lie. He'd never kill Vivi's dad. Okay, so Luffy talking about Sabo. Sabo wouldn't do something like this in a million years. I'm with you here. I'm with you there. The Revolutionary Army is against the world nobles, not the regular kings. Revolutionary Army declares war on celestial dragons. King Cobra of Alabasta assassinated by Revolutionary Chief of Staff Sabo. His daughter, Princess Vivi, is missing. Set course for Alabasta right now. No way. He's not going all the way back. Like I've been saying, what good is that going to do? The man's dead. Besides, Vivi was last seen at Marijoa. Then let's go there. How often do you see Zoro being the voice of reason? That's crazy.
Oh, he's captain.
Yeah. I'd expect it to be Robin or someone. Oh, Caribou's in the barrel. Okay. We all knew someone was in the barrel.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Huh, what? Are we heading to Marijoa? Not good. Damn it. It's too muffled to hear. You moron. That's the den of the enemy. You want to take on Navy HQ? This is so weird. Zoro is the one trying to talk sense into Luffy. And Caribou falls flat. Oh, I think Luffy kicked the barrel that Caribou was in. Damn straight. What's wrong, Zoro? You chicken? Simmer down. I'm just saying we don't have any leads. And Sanji's crying. What? Where are you, Vivi-chan? How are you feeling? Please be safe. Typical Sanji simping. Vivi's dad is dead. And then a flashback of him saying thank you. But he was so nice, even to us pirates. Yeah, he was the best king around. I'm torn between worrying about Vivi and worrying about how she's taking all this. Seems like this year's reverie was quite tumultuous. I don't even know what that word means. This is the same bro we met in Dressrosa, right? Oh, Frankie. I forgot Frankie met Sabo too. I've never known anyone to be discontent with the way Alabasta is ruled. I can't take it anymore, Vivi. Where are you? That does it. We're gonna go save her. Let's do it. And they're all crying. All of you, knock it off. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when they said goodbye to Vivi and they're all crying except Zoro. Four sword style. Luffy, remember what you said about Ace that one time? Ace has his own adventures. True, but Vivi is a straw hat. Kind of a straw hat, whatever you want to call it. You trusted him to make his own way up until the point where he actually needed help. So why underestimate Vivi? She can hold her own. If the opportunity presents itself, We can pitch in then, but in the meantime, have faith and quit belly aching. You can't stop us from worrying. You're an Oni, no, an Onigashima. You're a green Kaido. You have Luffy, Chopper, Sanji, and Nami, all tongues out, thumbs down. A green mom. What? Crappy moss head. Shut it forth. And this reminds me of that time in Skypiea. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, exact same thing. And they all start brawling each other. You guys know what I'm talking about. There were a lot of developments while we were in Wano. And things seemed to be escalating fast. A newspaper in hand. You already know this is good. This is always good. The abolishment of the warlords drove those elite pirates back to seas. As a result, the Cross Guild was founded, and Buggy, the bombastic clown, became an emperor. There has to be some mix-up. Luffy, there are other familiar names in here. Would you like to hear the news about them too? Nah, I'll leave it up to you. Just tell me if there's anything big to keep an eye on. I feel like there's a big drop about to come here. Robin, okay, I'll do that. I wouldn't want to overload you with information. Nah, overload us with this information. Sabo's innocent. Luffy just drops laying down. Pretty much the way we all feel right now. Definitely. He had a real strict upbringing. He just wants to make sure no one else has their freedoms taken the way he did. I want to see the world and write a book about it. We get the ASL flashback. Best flashback. She. Okay, so are we going to get Luffy's real dream here, right? The one that got cut off, the one with Roger. The one I was telling you about, like, what if it's that? If we get it, that would be the best thing. That would be better than any chapter. Okay, my turn. The three of us swore an oath. Me, him, and Ace. And I said I'd... See, about to say it. We have the picture of the Sunny. Zoro, Jembe, what did you just say? Nami, Brooke, you're too much. Usopp, hey, are you serious? Wow, that sounds... I can see the panel. I have to literally cover the bubbles to not read it right now. But I can see the big panel where I know it's revealed. And this has been speculated about for so long. Frankie, haha, that sounds great. It's perfect. Sanji, haha, Chopper, I think someone needs to check his head. Robin and Chopper, okay. Come on, there's no way anyone can do that. But I'll have a shot if I become king of the pirates. Okay, so he wants to become king of the pirates so he can do this thing. What is this thing? And we know it's the same thing that Roger wanted to do. Come on, there's no way anyone can do that. But I'll have a shot if I become king of the pirates. You, I don't even know how you come up with stuff like that. I've never mentioned this to any of you before. Nope, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference since it's impossible. That means I only told Shanks, Ace, Sabo, and I guess that's it. So he told Shanks, and we know he told Ace and Sabo. Let me come a little bit here because the light. Okay. Oh, how did they react? They all laughed. Oh, and Shanks had some tears rolling down his face. She. This is it. That's what I want at the end of my dream. Oh, I thought that was it. What a tease. It was such a big panel, you would think that was it. I hope it's revealed. Now I'm not even sure if it's going to be revealed. Well, I joined this crew willingly, so I can't exactly say it's not my problem. I sure picked a troublesome captain. She. To be fair, though, it would make more sense. That's going to be the end. It would have to be the end of the chapter. It wouldn't make sense for it to be in the middle of the chapter. That's awesome, Luffy. Your dream's amazing. It sure sounds like you. Man, this is something we waited so long for. I kind of want to take my time reading it. I'm not even sure if I'm ready to read it yet. Since you gotta be Pirate King to make even that possible, we'd better find that last low poneglyph. Then it's off to Laugh-Tale. You make it sound so easy, Frankie. It's been a long time since the poneglyph was last seen. We don't even have a clue on where to look. We were just talking about this the other day, literally. Navy HQ, the New World. We've intercepted a transmission. It's from Flame Emperor Sabo to Kamabaka Queendom. Where is it coming from? We have to pinpoint the origin. He's not using a white transponder snail to jam his call. He must be desperate. I doubt he'll speak for long. We've traced his position. Where is he? Lulosia Kingdom. Lulosia Kingdom. We never heard of that, have we? I don't think so. Lulusia Kingdom. Oh, it's the Gorsei. Okay. Lulusia. Really now. Oh, we have Emu. Emu again. We haven't seen Emu in forever, since his or her introduction. That's one of the 8 nations that's rebelled a few days ago. It would be an ideal place for Sabo to seek refuge. I see. He's an unlucky man. No, this is fate. We got the Gorsei talking about Sabo. Kamabaka Queendom. Sabo-kun, sorry. I know I've caused you all a lot of trouble. Sabo, we are so glad to hear you're safe. And then Mushi's ringing. Brr, brr. Dragon son. Dragon looks pissed. Like he actually believes it. He actually did this. I wasn't the one who killed King Cobra. Yeah, no shit. Of course not. Perish the thought. I totally had faith in you. We knew you were innocent, Sabo-kun. Listen, when I was in Marijoa, I saw something unbelievable. Unbelievable? Lulusia Kingdom, the new world. The sky's getting dark. Are those clouds? Wait. Is this a new... Okay, so this is not Sabo talking anymore. This is just someone in the kingdom. The sky's getting dark. Are those clouds? It's almost like there's something huge up there. It can't be Kaido, no way. You heathens will regret this. And now we're in this is the king of Lulusia, Seki. When Navy HQ gets word of this treason, you will all be impaled. Make sure they leave a few for me, Papa. I'll never forgive these dirty plebs. And this is Princess Komane. Your Majesty, no, I mean Lord Seki, please just confess to your crimes. We don't want to kill you. And they're holding him in captivity. It happened in the throne room at Pangea Castle. That's where Emu is. I know that. I remember that. Cut the signal to the surveillance division's transponder snails. What? Oh, so whatever he's about to say, they're not going to hear. I thought there was no king of the world, but the empty throne wasn't empty. I saw... He gets cut off, doesn't he? As far as the surveillance division is concerned, what is up there? A shadow? No one detected anything abnormal today. Papa, I'm scared. No information was intercepted. Sabo's looking up at whatever this thing is. It's Emu. As for Lulusia, is it Emu? That country never existed. Wiped. This is the second time they made it look like Sabo died by bombs or whatever you want to call it. This is the second time. He's not dead. We know he's not dead. But this gives us an idea for everyone that was saying Emu is not a strong person or Emu is not a strong character. Emu literally just did what ancient weapons are hyped up to do, to just destroy an entire island in a blink of an eye. If this is Emu is without doubt the strongest character alive, no question. But I think most people already expected that. We have reports of seaquakes off the southeastern shore. Sabo-kun, please beware of tsunamis. A few days later, aboard the Thousand Sunny, we skip to a few days later. It looks like Sea Kings are getting destroyed, and their ship is tilting. What is this? I'm scared, and it's freezing. Watch out for icebergs. Furl the sails. The wind is too strong. Are we close to making land, Nami? Brr, it feels like we've entered an island's climate zone. Nami's okay, so they're in one of those cold places now. I guess the next one's a winter island. Oh, aren't you looking dashing, Chopper? Hehehe, verily, Tommen gave me this hat to shield me from the snow. I'm heading out on deck. We have Luffy. Hey, Nami, what in the world is that? What are you? Huh? And then, what is that thing? It's like a giant warm. It's like a giant warm eddy. What's a warm eddy? An eddy current, but it's going upward. It must mean a mass of warm water is being forced up at this point from somewhere. What in the world? It must mean a mass of warm water is being forced up at this point from somewhere. Could this be Kaido and Big Mom underground? No. They're too far away from Wano now. But this is being... Whoever's causing this is causing this from below. That's what they're making it sound like. Oh, it looks like an afro. A rapid temperature change is dangerous. We've got to run, Jinbei. We'll be swallowed up. Leave it to me. Wait, somebody's trapped in the water. For real? How can anyone be alive in there? Is it a mermaid? No, he's right. I can definitely hear a lady in distress. Through a body of water? Never underestimate Sanji when it comes to that. Are you guys serious? Even if someone's in there, what are we supposed to do? Zoro pulls out his sword. I have no idea. I'll cut it. One sword style. You'd better not leave a scratch on the lady. I thought I said bitter. Bird dance. He really cut it. What the hell? He can cut fire and now he can cut water. Zoro just keeps learning more skills. Hey guys, what's all the commotion? Amigasa Hat Chopper here, reporting for duty. The wind's too strong. Is that Chopper? Chopper, why'd you come out? Chopper went flying. Chopper! Luffy catches him. You're getting blown away too now. Luffy's flying. Whoosh, plop. What, Luffy and Chopper are out? They're gone? A kid popped out. Jewelry Bonnie, one of the worst generation. The Glutton, Jewelry Bonnie, bounty 320 million. Chapter end. Okay, that's big, but there's a lot of things going in my head at once. Okay, the fact that we got the tease on Luffy's dream, because I saw the title earlier and I told you, I think it might have something to do with that thing that he said that Roger said. And then the fact that they talked about it and they discussed that but didn't tell us what it is, that's kind of a downer. But that's what Oda does. He's the king of doing that. But what I will say is the stuff with Imu, the stuff with Sabo, and the ending, the exact moment with Bonnie, makes it a 10 out of 10 chapter. That's what I would say. Those are the best parts.
Imu wiping planets.
But Imu, but did you expect that? I did. I didn't expect that exact move, but Imu's character can only be, like, you can't just be the strongest. You have to be stronger than everyone by a large margin. It's either that or it's Imu's not even a fighter, like some people were saying.
Wiping islands. So now we know what happened to God Valley.
Because he said it no longer existed. Yeah, you know what?
Now we know what happened to God Valley.
Now we know what happened to God Valley. Yeah.
They just wiped it.
And rocks with it. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I did not even think of that.
Now you know what happened to God Valley. Look at that. Look at that panel again.
Just like that.
It never existed.
Do you think Sabo's dead?
No.
Because I won't say there's not a chance. I won't say the's not a chance.
He might be badly hurt.
And that face he made, that last face he made, actually, you know what?
If Sabo goes down like this, and he's not going to go down.
Yeah.
We know he's not going to go down. But if he goes down like this, like hurt or something like that, bro, who's taking down the world government?
Luffy.
That's what I'm saying. Can the world government, if they have island wiping, like,
he's not even close to that level yet. He's not there.
Right?
He's not there.
Unless Dragon is
that would be like after that would be after he's Pirate King and he beats Blackbeard. It would have to be. It would literally
eventually, yeah. We'd see Luffy get to that level.
But now, okay, so here's the thing with this. Now we know that in One Piece we're gonna have to get like that crazy Naruto power creep. Like that stuff with like the Sage of Six Path.
I don't think we even need that.
We need that.
I think we need
for Luffy to even compete with this, he's gonna need like a Sage of Six Path.
The ancient weapons.
Oh, that's a good point. You're right. The ancient weapons, yeah.
What's the one in Wano? It's Pluton.
Pluton, the battleship.
Flying ship.
But it's a battleship that's said to one-shot islands. That's what it's meant to do.
You know what's crazy? What is this?
What if Imu is Uranus?
What if
Imu is the last ancient weapon? Because we already know people can be ancient weapons, and it can be inherited because of Shirahoshi.
Yeah. So
what if Shirahoshi is Poseidon? She is Poseidon. Pluton is a battleship. We know this confirmed, and it is in Wano, underwater. So it's there. Just a matter of who gets it. But the last one, Imu, and it looks like Imu's coming from the sky. So, but he's not like changing forms like Kaido. He's just somehow in the sky. One second he's in Pangaea Castle, the next second he's in the sky.
These are the royals that went on to Vivere. New Lucia Kingdom.
The king,
the New Lucia Kingdom. I think it's the kingdom that they revealed the revolutionaries, the other ones.
Oh, where they introduced the commanders?
Yeah, the commanders.
When they were gathering up the people, it was New Lucia Kingdom.
Yeah.
So they're meant to be like the main supporters of the revolutionary army.
Yeah.
They're one of the biggest. They're the most loyal.
In
the chapter. Yeah, they said they were one of the 8 or 20. I forget how much it was.
Yeah.
Countries. So we have the Revolutionary Dragon. The Revolutionary Army are making the most moves right now. Dragons in Kamabaka Kingdom, with Queendom, with Eva and everyone else. Sabo is virtually dead for the second time now. And obviously he's not dead, but this is still big because this is going to change the dynamic.
Third time.
Second time.
First time was when they're kids.
The kids, the Celestial Dragon.
Second time was when they...
Oh, yeah.
Like
You're right.
you're right.
I forgot about that. Because I just never took that seriously. I always thought it was like... it was meant to try and tease Sabo dying. But I think most people predicted that it was going to go along this path of Sabo being framed for Cobra's death.
And this attack was felt. This is what caused the giant eddy, right? Because if you read it, right, it's saying...
Wait, what?
It's like a warm eddy. An eddy current is being there. And then it says, it must mean a mass of warm water is being forced up at this point from somewhere.
So it caused a tsunami.
Because this island-destroying move
caused a tsunami
everywhere.
from where Sabo is all the way to where Luffy's sailing.
Bro, that move's OP. There's
That's easily the biggest move in the series. Forget about Hawkeye. Forget about friggin' Flaming Dragon. Forget about Quadrant Gun.
Yep.
This is the biggest. And this looks like a casual attack from Emu. I'm not surprised, though. I'm surprised we got Emu's powers this early on.
I'm happy about that.
But I'm literally not surprised at how strong Emu is. I can't imagine how people would think someone who has clearly been hyped up. They haven't been hyped up. The position was hyped up, and then they just took the position. And just by taking the position, they're going to be the final boss. Not Blackbeard, not Akainu, them. So then they have to be strong. It's the only way. It doesn't make sense for them to not be strong.
Here's another thing. So let's go back. We get the reveal that Vivi's not with Sabo.
But we knew that last time,
Didn't
didn't
we know that? Vivi is not
we?
with
knew
Sabo?
No, we didn't. We knew Vivi was missing, so we thought she was with
with
Sabo.
Sabo. So where could she be?
Where does it say Vivi's not with Sabo?
Yeah, Sabo's there, and
Yeah.
she's not with him.
Well, I hope she's not, because if she is, she's dead. I think everyone else is dead on that island besides Sabo.
You think she got kidnapped by the world government, and they're keeping it like on the hush?
Okay, what was the last we saw of Vivi? She was at the referee. She was being guarded by... No, that was Shirahoshi being guarded by guards.
Well, we get in the newspaper that Sabo
She went
kidnapped
missing.
her. That's what the newspaper said.
So then, the only thing that would make sense is Sabo taking her.
Dropping her off.
No,
she doesn't
then
have a
because
figure card unless she runs into
he's
Sabo.
framed for killing Cobra,
Unless he gives her Luffy's Vivre card.
and she goes off on her own.
But I don't think she can do that. Right? I don't think
Well,
she can do that.
whoever killed Cobra, most likely wants to kill Vivi. She was probably the intended target because the first time we saw Emu, there was Blackbeard, there was Luffy, there was Shirahoshi, and there was a sword through Vivi. So most likely, Cobra died either in an attempt to protect Vivi, or they just killed him anyways to get to Vivi. So Vivi knows that she can't return home, and that she can't stay at Mary Joa. So either Sabo took her, or she's following. Does she have Luffy's Vivi card? No, because Vivi cards weren't a thing
Sabo
back then.
does, though. And a bunch of people in Mary Joa at the time did, like Leo, like Sai.
Yeah.
They all had Luffy's Vivre.
And they were there. They were at Mary Joa. You're
They
right.
could have taken Vivi.
But they don't know her. But Sabo, yeah. Sabo could have.
vouch for her.
So she's probably on her way to Luffy.
Well, Leo met Vivi.
He did, yeah. Yeah, he did.
So maybe
He did. You have a better memory than I do of this stuff. I
Nah.
don't remember any of this. So, Vivi most likely is on her own sailing to find Luffy with his Vivi card, because where else is she gonna go? She's an honorary Straw Hat, and she can't go home, and she can't stay in the reverie, and she's probably wanted just as much as Luffy or Robin. I don't know why. No, she's wanted more because the sword wasn't through Luffy; it was through her. So she's probably the most wanted person by the world government right now, and we have no idea why. Unless she is an ancient weapon as well, but who knows?
Sabo found out that Im was sitting on the throne, and they said,
They cut it off.
"We're wiping the whole island."
Hold on, just
Where
like
is
that.
he? He's in Lucia Kingdom. Gone.
That's it. Because the
Because
one
of
thing
secret.
that one person knew.
Kind of reminds you of Clover. Remember?
Clover. Yeah.
When they found out about
True.
that ancient
True.
kingdom, and they're like,
They wipe out everybody. Yeah, wipe out everybody.
"Fuck the whole island."
And they say Rox wanted to rule the world, and he came to. They didn't say Mary Joa. No, they said he came to where the Celestial Dragon's home was, right? But right now, the Celestial Dragon home is Mary Joa, right? And also, Mirijoa is home of Pangea Castle, where Emu is. So it seems like Emu tends to live where the Celestial Dragons live. Not amongst them, but he lives on the same island. So what if God Valley was the original Mirijoa, where Emu was, where the Celestial Dragons were, and Rox wanted to become king of the world, and he somehow found out that there is a king of the world already. And so the reason he was recruiting the strongest crew, intentionally recruiting people off their strength, he didn't care if they agreed with him, was because he knew the only chance you have at taking over, at being Emu, is having the absolute strongest people. And so when he went there, Garp and Roger, who probably didn't even know this stuff about, I think he knew more about the world than Garp and Roger, 100%. Combined. Even like when Roger died, I think Rox died with more knowledge about the world than Roger.
Because the motives are different.
Yeah, because Roger, although they try and lowball Roger and hush him, they try and hush certain things, like him being a D, so they say Gold Roger, him being this major influence, his bounty, but they don't try to erase him from history. Rox was just like gone. You're off the face of the planet, and this is good for people who think, for people who have the theory that Rox wasn't even bad. He was a good guy. This is big for that, and I'm starting to maybe believe that just off this chapter alone. Just my head is thinking right now, because the people that he recruited, Whitebeard was good. Whitebeard was never bad. So instead of people thinking maybe Whitebeard used to be bad because he was with Rox, maybe Rox was good, and that's where Whitebeard was with him. Big Mom and Kaido, like he said, he doesn't care about people's motives. He just wants the strongest people. So he's okay taking people that kind of like clearly have their own selfish. Yeah, exactly. A bunch of alphas, a bunch of like what's it called, A-type personalities. Yeah. So even though he knows Big Mom and Kaido are not on the same shit as him, yeah, he's like, you know what, they're gonna help me with my main goal. So even in Kaido's flashback, Whitebeard's like, Rox wants to see you was because of his strength, because he was the strength he was showing at that age.
And so we have and remember that what that fight was based off, right? The reason for that fight.
It was. Did they say the exact reason?
They said to protect the Celestial Dragons.
No, okay, yeah. So that was Garp and Roger's reason,
Garp
because
and Garaj's
they wanted. Well, I think it was to protect the island, and the Celestial Dragons were kind of like
about the Celestial Dragons.
They protected the Celestial Dragons in the like that just happened to be something else that they were doing in, like, as they were doing their main thing, they just so happened to be protecting the Celestial Dragons. Yep. But we know because of Garp, we already know that he doesn't even like the Celestial Dragons.
That whole even story being.
But there was a greater good that made them do that, even though they were protecting the Celestial Dragons in doing that. So I think it might have been the citizens or something like that.
Get that reveal.
I think it was just a whole island that Rox wanted to just destroy too, that Emu was on, and they didn't know about Emu maybe, and he went a little bit too crazy with his King of the World shit and was willing to like kill everybody, including innocent civilians. So they had to step in and stop him.
I feel like Luffy has to do something.
What if Luffy didn't even inherit Roger's will and he inherited Rox's? What if? That'd be crazy. I mean, yeah, that's off. I mean, because there's already the whole correlation with Blackbeard and Rox with like the ship, the sabers, the back, and all that.
You know the whole
what a chapter.
Theory of how people are like, it was revealed that once Luffy finds the One Piece, the story's over.
Yeah, but then lately, now the last few weeks, people have been saying, apparently there's translations that Oda said One Piece will end as soon as the One Piece will be found. Like Live River Horror was saying that, and a bunch of other people.
And how it'll be Sabo and the Revolutionaries to take down Emu.
I don't think so. No.
Now seeing this chapter.
No. I don't think that was ever a real. It's like it's shonen. Like it's like that's like, bro. If Law wasn't even the one to take down Doflamingo, then you already know Luffy's gonna be the one to take down Emu. It's Luffy's always gonna take down the main guy. It doesn't matter who has more motive to, who has more reason.
This feels like the start of the next. Because then we get Julia Bonner at the end, and she was there.
Let's talk about that. Yeah. Okay. Jewelry Bonnie. When was the last time you saw her?
One of my favorite characters, by the way.
Jewelry Bonnie? She's mysterious. I love the mystery around her.
I love the supernovas.
Yeah. The mystery around her is good. And we saw her with Akainu and all that stuff, but then we saw her again when we saw the supernova all reacting to Luffy's 1.5 bill bounty. Yeah. Remember? And she was on this random island.
She's like, not bad.
Wait, no, we saw her with, the last time we saw her wasn't even that. It was Kuma, when she was going to rescue Kuma.
Yeah.
I forgot about that entirely.
That's what I'm saying. She was there.
So, whatever Sabo saw, what if she saw it too, but Emu doesn't know? The only reason they know that Sabo saw is because they just heard him. They intercepted the thing, right? What if Julie Bonnie? Because when we saw her there too, she was she seemed to be more under the radar than even Sawa and the Revolutionaries, because they were eventually going to pop their heads out and cause a war. We knew that. But with her, she probably slipped into Marijoa and slipped out completely undetected by anybody. Revolutionaries, world government, everyone. So what if she knows this thing about that Sabo knows, and no one knows that she knows it?
She is probably the most important supernova.
She is. I agree.
Because the fact that the first time we met her,
yeah,
not even in Sabodi, I'm talking about Marineford, post Marineford, when all those captains were there. She goes to the New World, or I don't know if she really goes to the New World, but that encounter between her and Akainu.
Like what? Like why did Akainu and the world government want her so badly?
And he was like, when I heard you escaped, my blood froze.
Yeah.
Bro, what? But she has a crazy power though.
Her power is part of her lore because it means she could be as old as anybody. Yeah. Right? And she can make. I don't know if it changes her lifespan.
But she can change other people's, right?
She can change other people. Well, she can change her own. We know that because when she saved Zoro, she turned into like a kid. Yeah. But
she can adjust people too. She can make them babies and
But here's the question: can she make herself young and then her lifespan is then back to her young self, or can she just like let's say she has a lifespan of like 90 years, she can just mess around with her devil fruit, but whenever she turns 90, she's gonna die, or can she actually manipulate her own lifespan? But then she would technically be immortal. Yeah. So probably not. But then okay, that's fine too because she can be as old as let's say Dr. Greyhound is like 130. People in One Piece can live long.
Yeah.
And if she has giant blood in her DNA, she can be in the hundreds. But we know regular human beings in One Piece can live up to like 150 at least. So what if she's like 150 years old? That would give her a lot of history, a lot of knowledge, and she's just playing young because she wants to run away because she's apparently wanted by a lot of people.
By the world government.
By the world government, yeah.
And that's almost guaranteed to be something with like how she makes them young. Maybe the Gorosei. Maybe they're like.
Do you think the Gorosei know about her?
Of course.
Then how come her bounty is still 320 mil?
They don't want her to.
Do you want to lowball her, kind of like Luffy?
To not like kind of exactly like Luffy.
But do you think they're still looking for her original, like whatever she was in the past? They're still looking for that, and then they just see this Bonnie girl, but they haven't connected the two dots yet. Kind of like Luffy and his fruit.
Akainu knows.
Oh yeah, Akainu said yeah, because he's the one who said. So whatever the lore there is to her, Akainu knows already.
And
so
then
then
knows,
the Gorosei definitely know. But then, why is her bounty so low? Maybe
they're lowballing her. They don't want the world to know that her power is like one of the most OP. Imagine.
But do you think her power is what's making her so wanted, or do you think her power is just helping her turn young, and it's because of what she knows that's making her so much wanted?
No, I think she knows a lot.
I think it's what she knows.
Spent a lot of time in Marijoa. From what we can tell, how did she just infiltrate it, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. How did she just casually by herself? Exactly. The Revolutionary were a whole team. But she was by herself, and she seems to be more successful than them in terms of infiltration.
Yeah, definitely.
So
there's so much to be seen about her. Like we just see her, and she's like glutton, right? She just eats everything.
Okay, let me ask you this. If perfect, you just mentioned glutton. Do you think she is Luffy's mom?
No, definitely not.
No.
She's
do you think there's even a chance?
She's the daughter of. I think it was revealed she's the daughter of.
Kuma. No. What?
That not revealed? No.
No, she had like some kind of ties to Kuma. No, it wasn't revealed she was a daughter of Kuma. She has ties to Kuma. She's not the daughter of Kuma.
Well, we'll look into that.
But Kuma is even mysterious. We don't know much about Kuma.
Why did she want to save Kuma so badly?
She has ties to him. Yeah,
Kuma was revealed to be a former king.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it was. It's because he was her king. That's what it was. You're right.
Either king or we'll look into it.
He was her king on whatever island or whatever race, whatever it was. He was her king. But here's what we know too. Kuma has been completely manufactured, right? So he probably can't even age right now or die like a normal human death. He's more of a system than he is a person, a living creature, a living being. And Bonnie, what was I just about to say? I am no longer convinced that Juri Bonnie is the age she was when she was introduced. Like, I think her being that age now is less than a 10% chance. She's older than that. And she eats a lot just like Luffy. I don't want to jump to conclusions. She's probably not Luffy's mother, but The options are there now for sure. The options are there. What are you searching up? The quote?
The Julie Bonner and...
Do you remember what chapter it was?
No, I don't. But it's some sort of...
It was a reverie, yeah. It was between Act 1 and Act 2 of Wano, I think.
So yeah, Julie Bonner, and she's one of the last few. Her and Uruj are the only ones remaining to be seen by.
And you know how One Piece is: the longer you're saved, the more important you are. The longer your powers are saved, the more stronger you are.
Uruj is a Skypian, right?
No, he was just on the Sky Island.
No,
he has wings. He has wings.
He has the wings, right? So he's part of some sort of,
he's
like,
from a Sky Island.
Sky
Island. Not Skypea.
Yeah.
He's from a Sky Island. But there's a lot of lore to those two for sure.
Lore to those two for sure, definitely.
I think Bonnie is most important supernova aside from Luffy and Zoro, of course. Those two. But that's just because they're the main characters, not like in terms of like importance to the world. It's Luffy and then her, and then Law. Law is very important.
So she saw what went down as well. So maybe her.
She's about to tell
Luffy.
me.
I think that's the next arc. Like that's where it's headed. Like she'll hop on.
You know what? I get where even though not a lot happened, not like a crazy like last chapter, a lot of shit happened. This chapter is better. You're right because of the lore. I like chapters that bring more questions rather than answers. I'm real like that. I like that. The more questions, the better.
Let's go back to the start of the chapter. Luffy told Shanks his dream. This is the first confirmation.
Yeah, that's the first time we heard that.
That's the first time we heard this.
And he said something about tears.
Yeah,
he said laughter, and then there were tears.
And Shanks had tears coming down his eyes.
But we also remember when he was talking to Rayleigh, and Rayleigh showed a flashback, and Shanks was talking to Rayleigh, and he said the same thing Roger said. And we just thought he was talking about, I'm going to be Pirate King.
This is Shanks post.
But Roger never said he was going to be Pirate King, because he created Pirate King.
Roger told his crew for sure.
Yeah, but we should have put that together, because he said, I guess we did already put it together, because we already knew that Luffy had a separate dream that Roger also connected. But we should have put together that he told Shanks, because Shanks told Rayleigh, he said the same thing Roger said. The same words. And it can't be Pirate King because Roger never went around saying I'm going to be Pirate King. He created Pirate King.
Everybody said they want to be Pirate King.
Yeah.
Every pirate wants
everyone
to be Pirate
said that.
King,
yeah, exactly.
Right? So the same dream, and he told Shanks finally revealed.
So he said he only told Shanks, Ace, and Sabo. That's it. I thought we were gonna get it, man. I'm kind of disappointed. Yeah. I don't want to take down the chapter a notch just because we didn't get it, but I am disappointed. Because I thought for sure we were gonna get it. And as I was reading, there was that big panel of Luffy laying down. So the whole time I kept thinking this is gonna be him saying it, but it wasn't. He said something so normal. What was the point?
Once he does this, it's the end of his dream. I think that'll be the.
Okay, so what did he say in that panel? I don't even remember anymore.
He's like that's what I want at the end of my era. At the end of my dream.
Okay, that is kind of important. Actually, that's deep. Yeah.
I feel like
because that tells us. You know what this chapter tells us above all else?
Yeah.
The order of the end of the series. So we were right. So I don't understand because people are saying now that Oda confirmed that once he finds One Piece, the show's over or the series is over. Yes. But he literally just said, "I will be able to accomplish this if I am Pirate King," and he's only going to be Pirate King by finding the One Piece. So he finds the One Piece, he becomes Pirate King, and the only reason he wants to be Pirate King, he said, is to achieve this, right? What did he say exactly?
It's something silly. You think it's something silly?
But here's the thing. I hate the party. If it's the party thing, have you heard that theory about like the biggest party in the world? If it's that, I'll be so disappointed.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
I think it's he wants to make everyone in the world laugh.
Because of Joy Boy?
I feel like what does he need? Why does he need to be Pirate King? For the notoriety, right?
The freedom.
Not even that. The notoriety. What happened to Roger when he became Pirate King, right? Everyone was hunting him. Yeah. If Roger showed up to an island and put up a Denden Mushi, and we know there's Denden Mushis that can go to different islands and different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can be transferred to everyone. Marineford was broadcasted around the whole world.
Everywhere, yeah.
Because of who? Whitebeard, right?
Because of Whitebeard.
So if Luffy's on the level of Whitebeard and Roger and he's the Pirate King, what would he do with that type of popularity? Popularity, right?
That influence, yeah.
I see like Luffy doing that silly dance that he does not. That's where they put the straws in his nose.
Yeah.
And he starts.
Well, the one where he did in Skypiea, the one where he's like that literally turned into like the silhouette of Nika.
Yeah.
But
he makes everybody laugh.
But hold on, there's something else too. Wait, let me read this back before I mention. I want to see the world and write a book about it. She. Okay, it's my turn. The three of us swore an oath, me, him, and Ace. And I said I'd Okay, let's see what the Straw Hats say here, because this can give us some hints. What did you just say? Yo, you're too much. Are you serious? That sounds great. It's perfect. Chopper, I think someone needs to check his head. It's gotta be something ridiculous, though. Like, I don't see the Straw Hats reacting like this to him making the world laugh. I see them being wholesome and supporting him. You know what I mean? They're saying, come on, there's no way anyone can do that. So unless it's the level to which he wants to, it's either the thing he wants to do itself, or it's the level to which he wants to do it.
I think it has to do with like the whole world.
I'll have a shot if I become king of the pirates. I don't even know how to come up with this stuff. Okay, but when he was talking to Ace, when he was talking to Rayleigh, Rayleigh directly asked him, "Why do you want to?" No, he said he.
Oh, but he has to have the same dream as Roger.
Here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. Rayleigh said something. He basically asked him, "Why do you want to be pirate king?" He said something about, "Do you want to conquer the seas once you become pirate king?" And they had this stare down, remember? And then he's just like, I don't want to conquer anything. It's just because the pirate king is the freest man on the seas. So he basically said that was his reason of becoming pirate king. And then when he said that, Rayleigh saw Roger's face. He saw Luffy's face turn to Roger, which basically meant Roger said the exact same thing. So Roger's reason to become pirate king and Luffy's reason was to be the freest man in the sea. So whatever this is, has to do with being... Okay, so now you have to ask the question, why do they want to be the freest man in the seas? And then that answer is going to be this thing. You know what I mean?
We thought that answer that Luffy gave Rayleigh was what he told Shanks.
Yeah.
At that time, we thought, oh, maybe he just meant, I want to be the freest person in the sea. But
and then
it was his actual dream. Hype.
What is this dream? And what is this dream that him and Roger both want?
Hype.
Is this something to do with, like, it's not anything to do with, like, inherited will. Like, opening up borders of Wano, this and that. It's nothing to do with, like, responsibility or duty or anything like that. It's something that they just intrinsically want within themselves. Because they want to be the freest man. They both wanted to be the king so that they can be the freest person. And then they want to be the freest person so that they can do whatever this thing is. So what requires freedom to do? Besides, like, this party, hosting a party for the whole world. I don't like that idea. It's just too cheesy. It's too cheesy. Like, for us to wait 30 years for that.
No, but here's the thing, right? Whatever his dream is, has to be in line with what Roger did. And
yeah,
Roger,
but it could be Roger could say the same thing.
If it's a giant party or making people laugh, I'm thinking about it now. If it's something along those lines, Roger never really accomplished his dream.
But we don't know what Roger did after that. Wait, no, but Roger didn't accomplish his dream.
Right, but do we know that for sure? Because remember, in the flashback, this recent flashback in episode 10-15, right, where they put Luffy and Roger at the same time saying their dream. He's like, I'm gonna find One Piece.
That was the
episode.
episode.
I will, and then they both said it.
That was the episode, the anime episode. I don't think the manga didn't do that.
The manga didn't do that, but the manga.
But we know,
Rogers,
we already know.
I'm gonna be we're gonna be the greatest pirate group, and then
just at separate times, but
you know,
the manga.
Did Roger not accomplish his dream?
No, because he left his okay, so is this inherited will of the actual dream?
Maybe.
So is Luffy inheriting Roger's will, him inheriting the dream?
We know inherited will is like one of the biggest themes.
But it takes away from him from freedom. It takes away from it.
Does it?
Yeah, because if Luffy's main dream, the main thing he keeps talking about, is not even his own and it's inherited from Roger, then what kind of freedom is that?
But he's a D though, right? He's a D.
Yeah, right? But it's not his own.
We knew Luffy was part of the decline.
I think it's separate though. I think the inherited part. So Luffy inherited Roger's will. He inherited his will, but they just so happened to have the same dream.
Remember what I think it was Roger that said this at the very beginning of the story. He's like, inherited will.
Yeah, he said it, and then Dragon quoted it.
Time of the age.
What was it? It was three things.
And the dreams of the people. Those are the three things.
The inherited will.
The times of the age, the age of the time of the age, or something like that.
Times of the ages.
And
people's dreams.
People's dreams. As long as people
have faith in these three things, or something like that.
As long as people continue to pursue the freedom, freedom.
Yeah.
These things can never be stopped, right?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, right? If people could continue to pursue being free, they're always gonna have dreams.
Yeah.
They're always gonna inherit each other's wills and pass it on.
Yeah.
They're always gonna the time of the age, the pirate era, the new era, the new age, all of these things.
So much lore, bro. This chapter opened up so much.
Hype, man.
It's not even the emu thing. It's the Luffy stuff and the Bonnie stuff I care about more. The emu part is cool, but it's honestly not unexpected. It's not.
The 4 biggest points are Vivi, what's going on with her,
Yeah.
Emu, Island
Emu
wiping
slash
out her,
Sabo.
yeah, Bonnie, and Luffy's dream.
For emu, is not even. I'm more surprised. I'm not even as surprised as much about him wiping off the island as I am him being up in the sky when he did it. I'm more curious about that. Like what's
What's
that?
up there?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like how is he up there in his normal form? You know, not like as a dragon or anything. What does that even mean? Is he floating up there? Does he have an island up there? Does he just turn into like God itself of One Piece? Okay, so we were talking about it yesterday. There's 4 gods in One Piece. He has to be one of them.
Emu?
You said there's the
god
Skypiea. They said the god of the sun.
Yep.
The god of the forest.
God of rain.
The god of rain. No,
And god of earth.
yeah, and god
Rain
of
and
earth.
earth.
He has to be earth.
Something. He has to be something.
He has to be one of them. If there actually is, so we know there
Correct.
is a sun god in One Piece, and
Yep, definitely.
Luffy inherited the fruit of the deity of itself. But there's still Luffy isn't even the sun god. He just has the fruit
There are
of the.
4 devil fruits. There should be. If Luffy's devil fruit is Sun God Nika.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's where it gets even deeper. So there's the devil fruits of the gods, and there's the gods themselves, right? Like Sengoku ate the fruit of Buddha.
Yep.
It's a myth. It's a myth. Myth tends to be like it's so far back we don't even know if it's real or if it's fake. But whether it's real or it's fake, Sengoku's not meant to be Buddha. There was supposed to be Buddha itself, and then there is a literal Buddha god that there's supposed to be, and then Sengoku ate the fruit that gives you the powers that are based. Like for example, how they're saying it gives you the properties of rubber and all this based off the properties of what Nika actually legitimately was, right? So Luffy ate the fruit, the mythical fruit of Nika, model Nika. What if Emu is not the fruit model of a god, but is the literal god? Like literally Nika, if there was the Nika that existed ancient years ago, right? What if Emu is the literal god of Earth? There might be a fruit model of him one day or something, but because he still exists, he is okay. So this is crazy, man. Are you a fan of the theory that he, you know how lost fruit can give you eternal life if you die, whoever ate it?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the theory that Emu was a recipient of this in the past? Like how Doflamingo wanted immortal life through one of these guys. Do you think that happened to Emu?
Definitely.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Emu and the Gorosei are the only people.
I feel like that's Bonnie's power, though.
What is?
Just immortal life. Imagine she can just keep it.
It can be.
But imagine she.
Because then what's the point in lost fruit? People wanted lost fruit so that whoever ate it can give them immortality.
But it's not a big thing to. For example, I believe every devil fruit has a superior devil fruit and a lower class devil fruit within the same realm.
So you think they come in threes?
Just like how Logias. How Logias can have the Hitomi, right? Chopper.
Yeah.
Right? And then you'll have Sun God Nika, which is the same fruit.
Same fruit.
Just different variations. You'll have a Nico, like a cat fruit. And then you'll have
The model leopard.
Right? And then you'll have a Who's Who saber tooth.
Yeah.
With the same type of cat fruit. Or let's go to a different branch of Logia. What's that girl's name from Punk Hazard? Monet. She had this snow fruit. And then you have Aokiji has this ice fruit.
Ace Akainu. There's that dog fruit, and then there's like dog fruit Yamatos, which is like a mythical type
Here's
of dog.
another one. And this is a Paramecia version of this. What about
the weight, right? The weight one.
No, yeah, the weight one, right? Kilo.
Mashifies.
It was the Kilo no Mi, right? It was the girl from Whiskey Peak.
Whiskey Peak, yeah.
And then you have Macvice.
Yeah.
You have also, who's that? Right now we just saw Shinobu. Shinobu has the Juki no Mi or something like that, where she can age things. And Bonnie has something that can age and shrink.
Yeah, she can do both. You're
do
right.
Both.
I never even thought about that. Bonnie's fruit is a
Is a
more
version.
broader spectrum of Shinobu's. I never even thought about
Even
Law.
Even Logan. Even Law and Corazon.
Law can do Corazons.
Literally. Right?
And then not only Corazons, there's someone else's. I can't remember now. He can do someone else's entire fruit. He can do multiple people's entire fruits within his own.
He can do Shiki's fruit.
Yeah, that was it. It was Shiki's. He can do
Shiki's fruit. He can make things float, but in his sphere, though.
In his sphere,
Shiki could just spam it.
If he can get to the point where he completely masters Awakening, and if he can get to the point where his room is everything, he can practically do Fujitoras as well. Because he can manipulate whatever's in his room. Gravity, anything. So if his room can go above Earth itself, he can bring down meteorites as well.
I want to show you this picture right here. This is not the chapter, but I want to show you this picture. Alright? Watch that picture. You can show it to the screen. Right? And if you look at the top right corner, right, you can see these two people look like they're sort of making. What do you think that is? Do you think those are the?
You need to take a look at it.
Those are the Seraphins? You know, the baby Mihawks.
Well, the first thing I noticed. You want me to tell you the first thing I noticed?
What did you notice?
You remember Law's hat when he was a kid? The type of hat he wore?
Yeah.
Isn't it just like that?
It's kind of like it.
And then Uroge has wings. This guy has wings.
Do you think they're creating little Lunarians?
Oh, they're all like that. These guys are all like that. This is so weird.
Those are probably already made, right?
Is this a cover page?
This is one of the cover pages, yeah, a long time ago.
This is the moon, right? When he's on the moon?
Yeah, when Enno's looking at the...
learning from the wall painting. The moon people who lived in ancient times have wings.
Lunarians?
So Uroge is probably from an ancient...
they're from the moon, right?
Descendants.
Lunarians. It could be Lunarians.
Well, what if these people...
What if those are the Seraphins?
The moon people
the Vegapunk. Imagine if Vegapunk figured out how to make them through this.
That's a good point.
Crazy, right? Zoom in on it. Show them again. Show the people again.
You know what I'm thinking now, even? You want to know what I'm thinking off of what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. They said ancient times, right?
Yeah.
And the Void Century is considered ancient. The Ancient Kingdom, the Void Century.
Yeah.
It's literally called the Ancient Kingdom. What if the Ancient Kingdom were... The reason they were the biggest kingdoms was they were so powerful because they were Seraphins. Seraphims. And then the remaining people of them who lost ran to the moon and never came back. And now right now is literally looking at civilians of the Ancient Kingdom, who like the descendants.
I think
and
Ancient Kingdom's on the moon.
Vegapunk knew he knows the history because I guess if anyone knows history, it might be him because he knows a lot of shit. And he knows because we were talking yesterday about the theory. Yeah, remember I was telling you yesterday about like the theory about like the Devil Fruits were used to counter the Ancient Kingdom.
Yep.
So the Ancient Kingdom have to have been so powerful, right? What if he knew they were the most powerful individuals in history and set out to create Ancient Kingdom type people within the strong people of today, warlords? So, wait, Lunarians. What if Lunarians are the Ancient Kingdom?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
What did Whitebeard say in that flashback?
A dying race.
What did Whitebeard said in that flashback?
What did he say?
He's like, God's land used to be up there.
What did he say?
He's like, remember where they were like, he was like a long time ago.
Whitebeard said this?
Whitebeard said this in one of the flashbacks with Marco, right before Zoro and Sanji fought King and Queen, where he was like, it used to be God's land up there. And then remember Marco was running with Izo, and he was like, hey Izo, do you believe in God? And then Izo was like, you sound like Oyaji, like you sound like Pops.
Yeah.
Because Marco and obviously Whitebeard, they've had this conversation before, right?
Holy shit. So do you think, are Lunarians the people of the Ancient Kingdom? What is that? Okay, pull up a picture of King. What is that tattoo on his face? Now I have to know, because obviously I'm assuming all Lunarians would have that. I don't know why I'm assuming that, but it looks like it's some kind of trademark that all Lunarians would have. So there's a lot of symbolism in One Piece. If we can find out what that symbol on his face is, Wait. There's a flaw to that, though. There's a flaw to that. It can be. It can be.
There's a symbol to this tattoo.
I've already debunked the theory. No, that Lunarians are the Ancient Kingdom. A specific trait of Lunarians is dark skin, and all the D's are supposed to be people of the Ancient Kingdom.
The people in this hieroglyphs aren't dark skinned, or maybe it's
but Luffy's not. Well, Luffy. To be fair, Garp is, Dragon is, Blackbeard is.
All right, now look at that thumbnail. That's a crazy picture right there.
Wait, there is a theory about this?
Don't.
Oh, I guess this part. I don't know whose thumbnail this is, but But we don't see. Why is the airplane? But we don't see this tattoo or this symbolism anywhere, do we? Or it's not even like a part of a symbol.
Yeah, we don't.
But you know what is interesting? That I just picked up? Okay, you know what's really interesting? Okay, you see that symbol there, right? Garp, who is a D, Monkey D Garp, he has a scar that's exactly shaped like that. Exactly like this. Exactly. From here to here. And then instead of like the flower petals, it's the stitches from the scar. Luffy has like a third of what Garp has. His tattoo. Instead of coming all the way around here, it's just here. And he is his grandson, right? A third of him. So I would imagine. I would think Dragon, being the middleman, would have like a half of it or something. But Dragon has a bunch of tattoos covering that area, on his left side of his face. Red tattoos, just like King, covering that spot. Another thing about Dragon does have dark skin. He has black hair. There's so many questions.
So many questions.
But
and I think that Bonnie has the answer to some of
but
these questions.
Law is not dark skinned. Luffy is barely dark skinned.
Law's kind of
No,
he's not kid.
no.
He's not kid.
Tan skinned. It's a tan skin.
Law is kind of dark. Law and Luffy seem like the same type of people. Even Blackbeard. They look like they're black.
Luffy looks.
H&D King.
Well, Luffy, like, did you hear about what Oda said when he gave like all shots?
They're like Brazilian.
Yeah. Which makes sense. He doesn't seem black, but he doesn't seem white. He seems like
they're
dark skin. Yeah. So Dragon, same thing. Garp, same thing. Blackbeard is Somali apparently.
Is
Did
he?
you know that? It wasn't ever said. It wasn't confirmed, but I don't think Oda ever said it. But it's apparently like if you Google what nationality is Blackbeard, you're gonna see a lot of places where it says he is like if he were to be Somali, legitimately Somali.
Wow.
Whereas like if he were to be from a nationality, it would be Somali.
Pirate?
Usopp is not given a country. He's like said to be
Usopp is
African.
Africa, right?
I don't know if it's confirmed, but I've seen it in a lot of places, so where it's just my headcanon basically. But I don't think it can be. I don't think all. Okay, are all Lunarians D's or are all D's Lunarians?
No, I think that.
Or are they just
Lunarians-
they're both separate, but they were both a part of the Ancient Kingdom?
I don't think they're even apart. Different.
Or are Lunarians the only ones that survived? Well, no, because
now with this reveal of this chapter, the Lunarians were wiped out with whatever power this is.
Yeah, we know the Lunarians are wiped out. We said they were erased from the old days, the ancient times. Big Mom was even saying that, right?
So the Ancient Kingdom must have been wiped out too. Why would you leave the Ancient Kingdom there? If you're erasing.
No.
Imagine
They
in
tried to
100
wipe
years.
out the Ancient Kingdom, probably. I think it has to exist somewhere
You
because
think
that's
so?
like that's the thrill of it. That's the thrill of it,
I
right?
don't know. The Ancient Kingdom existing.
And a lot of people are saying it's the missing eye from Skypiea. Wherever it is, that is the Ancient Kingdom. I don't know. There's so many things that can happen,
Well,
but
they can just wipe islands though.
yeah.
They
But what if
wiped where Robin was from. What's that island
O'Hara.
called? O'Hara. They wiped O'Hara off the face of the
O'Hara.
earth. They wiped
God Valley.
God Valley. They couldn't wipe Wano because
Well, they
Wano
didn't wipe
closed the
O'Hara. They wiped the people in it. They didn't
What's
wipe
their
off
call?
the island.
What's their call? They wiped O'Hara.
But not did it destroy the island itself?
They destroyed the whole island.
Oh my god.
The whole island got destroyed. But not with this move. Not with this move that they
Yeah.
have, right? But they Buster called a bunch of ships, destroyed
Didn't they Buster Call
Enies
in
Lobby?
Fisher Tiger's flashback too? Or was
I
it a
don't
Buster
know.
Call?
I don't know.
Or was it just like an ambush? Maybe I don't know.
So we know that they wiped
O'Hara, God Valley.
they wiped the Lunarians.
Okay, I am agreeing with you. If they probably tried to wipe the
God
Ancient
Valley.
Kingdom. They probably tried
Must
to wipe
have.
it. But
They
I
must
think just like the One Piece, it's something that they wanted to get their hands on.
They wouldn't
But they
leave it.
couldn't.
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't
leave it.
intentionally leave it, but what if it's been taken?
But I mean,
You know what's crazy too? Shiki is canon, right?
Yeah.
And we know also that his canon is that he has a serious plan that he's waiting for.
Oh, I hope he gets revealed.
Wait, right? But we know that. We know that Shiki is literally part of the
Yeah.
canon and that he is gonna come. We know eventually,
I hope-
sometime
I
he's
hope-
gonna
I
come.
hope so, yeah.
It's like it's like the Messiah. Like this man, we have nothing about him, but he's at some point he's gonna come because we know he told Wipey he has a serious plan. What can Shiki do? He can float islands and keep them afloat.
That's a term. It's a literary term. It's like something like Pandora's box or something like that, where it's like something that's gonna come. We know it's
Yeah.
coming, but it's like it's not revealed yet.
But what if he's been keeping up an island the entire time?
Man, crazy, right? That would have been but that'd be piggybacking off of what Kaido can do, right? Remember, they're like, oh, Kaido can float Onigashima, you know?
That's different though. That's he can float it, but not out of like not out of human sight. And he was only doing that with the clouds. So once the clouds are gone, he's gone. What if Shiki can literally... I think Shiki can keep islands afloat. And it's not going to drain him. It's not going to take any energy away from him because it's his fruit. It's not a part of his fruit. It's his literal fruit. So unless he dies or he just chooses to drop it, he could probably go to sleep, and the island's still floating. Whatever he wants to float will float. Who knows? But what if Shiki is holding the Ancient Kingdom? That would be crazy.
Bro, Bonnie is such a key to like what's gonna happen.
Everything.
And there's no, I don't think there's a break next week. Pretty sure there's no break next week. What if like Bonnie, bro?
We just finished one Supernova Alliance. Now on to the other. On to the next alliance.
I know I'm gonna, I know I don't want to do this because we just left Yamato and Karen and them back in.
What? Bonnie Straw Hat?
Bonnie for Nakama.
Bonnie for Nakama? No, we can't.
You don't think so?
She's our own captain.
We don't know. We could have Bonnie on the ship for the next 10 years. We could.
Well, we probably will. That's what we had with Law, but it's just an alliance, right?
Plus, Robin was like, we don't even know where the last polyglyph is, right? So, like, where is this arc taking us to? Are we really gonna
This is the best part. This is peak One Piece. This is the best parts of One Piece.
Are we really gonna go to, like...
So many questions.
Where are we gonna take this? Where's the story
We're not going to Elbaf right now. I don't think so.
Bro, I don't think we're doing anything in regards to, like, Laugh Tale.
But Oda said it was only 3 more years. This doesn't make any sense. There's way too much going on to wrap up in 3 years.
No, it's not.
There's too much going on to wrap up in 5 years. You need at least 6-7 years to wrap up everything.
If
neatly.
If Cobra's dead, Vivi's somewhere.
I think Vivi's on her way to the Straw Hats.
If she
to officially become a Straw Hat, she is gonna end up. Do you think Vivi will end when the series ends? Vivi will be a Straw Hat like everyone else. Like,
yes.
I think so too, and I think right now she's on her way to them.
I don't think she's on her way to them.
She has nothing left.
I think Bonnie will reveal where she is.
Okay, but let's talk about Vivi. What do you think is in? Let's dive into Vivi's
She can't
brain.
go back home.
What is her intentions right now?
She can't
Wherever
go
she is, she can't go anywhere except the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
That's it. All she has left is that.
She needs to be safe.
That X.
Somewhere.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's so in. If I'm
so
Vivi.
that she's,
Yeah. If I'm Vivi, it's like, all right. The number one reason I told them that I couldn't sail with them is now gone. That reason does no longer exist.
Yeah,
her dad is dead, and she can no longer.
Go back to the country.
Yeah, maybe Karu's telling us go take charge of Alabasta. I gotta go set, because if you think about, we were talking about this a little bit too the other day. If you think about the motives for a lot of Straw Hats and why they joined the crew, especially the OGs, a lot of them had no choice in that moment but to join. Right? Zoro had no choice. Yeah. Nami had no choice. Sanji had a choice, but kind of it was a good escape for him. Brook had absolutely no choice whatsoever. Like, otherwise he would have continued.
He liberated all of them.
He liberated all of them. And when he wanted Vivi, she was not in need of liberation. She was in need of her town, or Alabasta being liberated, but not her as an individual. Now she's in need of it. So now.
And how? What's the only way for her to be liberated?
To join the Straw Hats.
But like once she joins the Straw Hats,
wipe out the government.
The government has to fall next.
The government always had to fall, but
the government always had to fall because we have the Sword Alliance, right?
Yeah.
We have that Sword Alliance. That Sword Alliance has to pay off, right? That has to be the new.
It has to, yeah. But
the thing.